This problem is asking us to write an equation of the line in slope-intercept form. So there's a couple things that we need to understand. Slope-intercept form, remember, is the general form of a linear equation, and that is written as y equals mx plus b. So what I need to do is I need to fill in the m, fill in the b, and then the y and the x are always going to be there because those are variables that are going to change depending upon the numbers that are picked, that are chosen. So m and b is what I need, and I have to look at this particular graph, and I need to take those numbers from the graph and plug them in to m and b in the equation. So I'm going to start with y equals mx plus b, and I'm going to fill in numbers that I can find very easily. The first one being, remember, b is the y-intercept. So that number is positive 1, or plus 1. The x has to be there. The y has to be there. I need to find the slope, which is m. How do I do that? I already have one point. I need to find another point such that this graph crosses a corner of a grid line. So it crosses here, and it also crosses here. So that's 3 points I can choose from. I only need to pick 2. So I'm going to pick these first 2. So I'm going to calculate rise over run. So I'm going up 1, 2. I'm going over 1, 2, 3. Okay, so my slope is then 2/3 x, and then plus 1 would be my b. The reason it's positive, a couple different reasons. One is I'm going up and right, and remember from my positive arrows that I had up and right as one of the movements for positive slope. Another way you can kind of think about this is that since it's a fraction, rise over run, okay, I'm going up 2, which basically means I'm going positively 2, okay, on the y-axis. I'm going up 2, so I'm adding 2 to 2 to go up. Then I am going over 3, and on the 3, on the x-axis, I'm going over 3. So 1, 2, 3, which means I'm adding 3. So a positive over a positive is equal to a positive, and then 2/3. That's why your slope is also positive. So other than memorizing the potential arrows, this is another way. This is the actual way of why it's positive. Another way is just looking at the line. This line looks like it's going up. Because it looks like it's going up, it's a positive slope of a line. So that is another reason as well. So there's 3 reasons. One is the arrows. One is this rise over run, and you're going up and positive and over positive. So then you divide them, you get a positive. Another is looking at the line. If the line positive is the line negative, and you can identify your slope that way. So let's do one more. This one here. Again, I need a slope-intercept form equation, and y equals mx plus b is our slope-intercept form equation. I need to fill in b, and I need to fill in m. So the y stays, the x stays. B is the y-intercept, so that value is -3. That's going to go to where the b is. Then I need to find another point that crosses at a grid line. Another one is here, then I have another one up top. So I have 3 points. I only need 2. Let's use these 2 because it doesn't matter. So I'm going up 3 and over 1. My movements for negative are up and left, which is exactly what I'm doing. So I know this is a negative 3 over 1, which is the same as -3. Let's look at the second way. Rise over run. Okay, I'm going up 3, so I'm going up 3 over. I'm running 1, so I'm actually going backwards 1. So I'm running backwards, so that's a -1. Positive divided by negative is negative, and then 3 divided by 1 is 3, so that's why my slope is there. Another reason is looking at the line. 3 divided by 1 is 3, but the line looks like it's going down. Because it's down, that has to be a negative slope. So those are the three reasons, the three ways you can figure out if it's negative or positive slope, just by looking at the line, the rise over run, and moving from dot to dot.